So I can go back here to give that guy meat and open the chest. Then I'll probably do main quest. And I have yet to find a way to free the dog. Unless... Hold on, maybe that lady is gone. She left with Vass. And I can free the dog. Should also check the door down below. You know what? Let's go. No. Guess not yet. Hey, the doggo is alone. You're free. Dog collar, sporting a silver medallion with the name Max engraved, obtained when freeing dog in Jova. Good deed started. I can give it to the guy in the other region. Here you go.
You are a king, my friend. I keep my promises. So here are the keys to Captain Voss's office. Psst. You can get in through the balcony. Don't ask me how I know. There. You've done me a real solid, friend. Now I just kick back. Wait for the end.
Love thy neighbor failed. Oh, wow. I was wondering what happened to her. Okay, so here's what happens if you give her the photo.
Oh, this takes me back. It seems like a lifetime ago now. I can't change what I've done. I never thought I was capable of such things. That I had so much anger inside me. Thank you for the picture. It's reminded me that I was a decent person once. It's given me hope that one day I could become that person again.
There we go. And I'm kinda glad I didn't do this, because I'm happy that quests can fail. Sabinian cap. Color of grief. Expanding limbic energy will restore your health.
This time next year, I should be sipping margaritas on my private island. I need a break from this shit. Slopping through the mud, babysitting teenagers. As long as the Swiss buyer comes through, I'm done. Give them in their cut and get the hell out of here. Poor refugee boss, seeking asylum. Please, sir. I'll never get tired of exterminating cockroaches. But I'm starting to realize we aren't getting anywhere. The way things are going, this war will never end. The only lasting legacy is wealth. That's how you secure real power. That's how you actually change things. And when I come back to Hadia, things will change.
Prisoner Manifesto. Looks like that's it. I'm gonna check that chest now, and then probably leave. You know, I'm actually happy that you can fail some of the quests, if not all of them. Because I thought this game was playing it safe, and that it would let you finish all of them no matter what. I'm glad it's not doing that. Panoptic, you demon. Accept your fickle destiny. Periodically negate one strike from an enemy. Nice. I think there's a save here for me to fast travel. So now I can go deliver the collar.
Find something interesting?
I sure did.
Nice find. Let's run it through the database.
In 717 AD, Calvin Modus, a well-respected member of the Order of the Eye, was tasked with creating a weapon that would be used against limbic entities. He gathered the most prominent blacksmiths of the time and founded Anvil of Modus. All they had to work with was a recovered limbic shard from captured entity. For years they toiled day and night, struggling to find method of harnessing the limbic shard. Eventually it was Modus himself who discovered the technique for molding the material into usable state. These slivers, devoid of all latent energy, are what remains of countless failed attempts.
Interesting. I'll look it up.
This cup belonged to Pantheos Algia, Warden of Grief of the Fall Guard. Due to their belief that the limbic threat was largely contained, the Order of Eye decided to disband the Fall Guard in 1513 AD. The disbandment occurred in the form of mass poisoning of its member at the grand feast hosted by the Order. Panthos had been harboring a growing distrust of the Order for some time. It was his last-minute trepidation that kept him from the feast. Having narrowly escaped betrayal at the hand of the Order, Panthos understood that the Fall Guard's purpose was now more crucial than ever. He would go on to found the Vigil, organization dedicated to carrying on the Fall Guard's mission, away from the prying eyes of the Order. Traces of the poison used by the Order are still detectable inside the cup.
Nice find. Let's run it through the database.
This is a page from the prisoner manifest in Salieni prison, located in the northwestern Argaula. Sileni was a purpose-built PTACC, prison for tribal and cultural crimes against the states. Throughout the 1960s, President Gerion Yankel's crackdown of free speech continued unbeaten. After the systematic dismantling of the country's criminal justice system, citizens could be indicated on heresy alone, forging burden of proof combined with broad and loose interpretation of the remaining criminal law code. Virtually anyone could be found guilty of a crime at any time. Makeshift prison camps were erected across the country to handle the expected influx of prisoners. The first wave of arrests was made as a show of force. Many of the crimes were exaggerated or flat out fabricated. Reports of what transpired within the camps were intentionally leaked by authorities. They relied on the mere specter of the camps to act as a strong deterrent for unwanted behaviors. And that's it. I'm gonna go to Hills.
You freed Max! Oh, my sweet baby boy. 1,000 blessings upon you, stranger. Oh, I feel like a huge weight has been lifted, although I still harbor a great deal of guilt. Maxie means the world to me. I do hope he'll find his way to some happiness.
Nice. Maybe I can give the keys to this guy. This way. He did mention ON vehicle, but I thought I was the one meant to loot it. Now I think he just wants the keys to loot it himself. Let's see.
Are these the keys to the ON truck? Where on earth did you find them? This is great news. I'll head back to the camp and tell the others. We're getting out of here.
Nice. I'm also gonna visit this guy here. Get the loot for good deeds.
Remember, whenever you accomplish good deeds.
Have I helped enough Hadeans?
Hadeans are lucky to have a vigil like you watching over them.
Striking an enemy will reduce the cost of limbic skills. Prism. Reduce the cost of limbic skills. Prism. Relentless assault. Focus on your martial form, restoring health for each landed combo capper. Shield enhanced, nice.
What's our status on time loops?
Keep it up. The creatures don't stand a chance with you on the job.
Man, I haven't visited this guy in a long time. Better shield. I don't have better heal. Ooh, elite, level 3. I can go back now. Yeah. Let's go here. was a time loop here. L6. The truth will set you free. Oh, 451. Aw. Too bad. I don't have this. I don't think so. Polaroid. Black and white Polaroid picture of group of people. New research.
I got a bad feeling about this. We're not supposed to be here. This was a dumb fucking idea. Don't worry, we're clear. See how easy it was to steal this thing? I told you, nobody cares.
Bravo 384, you are not authorized for takeoff. Reduce your velocity and land immediately. I repeat, you are entering restricted airspace. Turn around and land immediately. Failure to comply will be considered a hostile action.
Holy shit, I knew it! Oh, fuck. Turn around, man. I'm not sure I know how. What do you mean? You said you knew how to fly this thing. I've only had 3 lessons. It's a lot more complicated in practice. I'll figure it out. Fucking hell, man!
Bravo 384, this is your final warning. If you do not comply, you will be fired upon.
Fuck it, I'm not going back down there. What the fuck are you doing? They're gonna kill us. Go back. Call them their bluff. I'd rather take my chances up here. Starve down there. What the fuck is that? Oh, shit! Hang on! Oh my god! What the fuck?
In 400 AD, one man dared to defy the divine as famine gripped the land and the poor suffered beneath the gilded weight of the Illigad conclave. Sabin Gao, an erudite and reformist, put ink to parchment and changed the course of history. His thesis, a searing indictment of the conclave corruption, demanded the separation of faith and power, an idea both revolutionary and heretical. His words ignited a movement, birthing the Sabinian faith and shattering the iron grip of polemist priests. Yet the flames of reform came at a terrible cost. What began as a call for justice unraveled into war that spanned generations, drowning Hadia in blood for 2 centuries. Though Sabin Gao never wavered in his convictions, he carried the weight of the suffering that followed. He was the herald of enlightenment, or the author of Unending War. The Quill and the Pyre explores the life of a man who challenged the gods and paid the price. Resist the gaze. Okay, before I go down, Observe. Embry Hall. Other side. Battery. Hold up. I came from here. And I wanted to check... Yeah, this way. Yeah. Nope. Nope. And nope. But I'm gonna... Oh, this is open. Humans.
I'm trying to get this poor family out of the city. They're Palamist. They're as good as dead if they stay here. Easier said than done with all the checkpoints. I was supposed to meet with Locke, book restorer here. Since the war began, he helped me forge documents for trapped citizens, but his office is locked up tight, and I see no trace of him. Maybe it was silly of me to come here with everything that's going on. These people put a lot of trust in me. I suppose I could try forging the documents myself. I have no idea how or where to start.
Forge documents. You want this?
These are the exact cards we're trying to forge. Wonderful. Just need a way to officialize these somehow.
Okay.
Agath was a well-respected local politician in Leith before the war. One of the few who genuinely tried to bridge the divide between Sabinian and Palamist communities. When she offered to help us leave the city, we couldn't refuse.
Our neighbors tried to leave the city through official channels. I saw their bodies hanging from the overpass the next day.
I'm scared. Why are we hiding in the library?
Forgive my husband. He doesn't quite grasp the gravity of the situation. He still believes we live in the 60s in Yankel's-Hadia. We must leave. For the future of our family. There is only death here.
I still don't see why we have to leave. 70 years I've lived in Leith. Always made it through. Always survived. We're fine right where we are.
I think I'm gonna fall down now.
Here I am at the National Library. I should be doing research for the story, but my mind is... All I can think about is the recent disappearances. One journalist is a tragedy. 2, a curious coincidence. 3, that's a pattern. I have a responsibility to protect my family. They didn't choose to pursue this story. I did. I can't put them at risk by continuing to dig into this. I can't help but feel that I'm betraying my integrity as a journalist. The truth deserves to be heard. I can only hope that someone braver than I can expose it.
The year 734 AD saw a sweeping change in the political landscape of Hadia. The theocratic Illigad conclave was abolished to make way for the secular Lablina alliance. For centuries, Hadians have suffered under the oppressive thumb of theocrats. The rise of Sabinism saw the Palamist conclave no longer represented the interest of the people. Religious tension was at all-time high, with revolts erupting across the region. From the ashes of the overthrown theocracy, an alliance blossomed between the most influential noble houses. The country would be split into provinces. Arguala, Umbrahan, Jehania, and Asteria were partitioned and placed under the rule of House Argal, Umbra, Jehan, and Aster, respectively. No longer would the people of Hadia be ruled by theocratic tyrants. Few cities in Hadia can boast of such a robust cultural heritage as Leith. Details are scant, but historians believe the city was founded in the year 537 AD. Leith quickly became the haven for those fleeing religious persecutions due to founding principles that promised freedom and liberty for all. A promise that persists to this day. During the next 2 centuries, Leith would become the most populous city in the nascent country. The fledgling noble house ruling the city would see their influence proliferate rapidly, and so House Jehan was born. Leith would remain their seat of power until the creation of Lablina Alliance in the 8th century. Roderick Young, Marisha Kemp. Have you noticed some of the other employees have been acting odd around lately? I think something illegal is going on right under our noses. I don't trust them one bit. I'm going to secure the locker room until I figure what's up. If they want access, they can come to one of us to let them in. The new code is 5055. You and I are the only ones who know it. Not anymore. Oh, it's not this one.
Forgive my husband.
in here. Did you see those fucking things? What the fuck, man?
Who are you?
I'm Bliss. I worked here. Yes. I'm a file clerk. The pamphlet said, come... Wait, no, that's it. Come experience the ecstasy of relief. What a joke. Whoever came up with that slogan should get fired. Enjoy our nightlife, our restaurants, our theaters, and our culture. Yes, the fabulous Jahanian culture. Look at that culture now. Killing and raping their Palamas neighbors. People they've known all their lives. One day, they just got out of bed, broke into their homes as they slept, and chopped their neighbors' heads off. Preferably in front of their family, because, you know, they have to keep things classy. And then slip back into bed as if nothing had happened. That was the new normal. The next day, they felt all satisfied and shit. They would choose a new neighbor, and the cycle would continue. The new Leafian culture. People wonder why I take this shit. It's in all of us. I mean, it's as much in you as it is in me. Some call it the serpent. Let me tell you this. All the rules, the laws, the codes, and our civility, it's all put in place for one simple truth. To keep the serpent in check. To keep it tightly shackled, locked away at the back of our minds. This is the unspoken truth that no one ever tells you, but I'll let you know. Deep down, everyone shares this dark desire. We want to set the serpent free. The ecstasy of letting our emotions run free cannot compete with people's miserable, mundane lives. This is our actual state. Our true nature, all of us. We are made of pure, unhinged barbarity. Man, where did they go anyway? It was fine having them around, but where the fuck have they gone now? They were here. Then we locals started doing a bit of killing, a bit of raping, and then they ran off. That's not cool. It's when we needed them the most. What the hell, man? It was the first time Haitians saw people from different countries. That was sweet. Even though they were fucking useless. Speaking of them running away from Haiti, there's something behind that. I'm sure of it. Did you notice? Of course you did. You put two and two together, right? The minute they were gone, say it with me, the minute they were gone, the fucking church appeared. Fucking right they did. Coincidence? No fucking way. I'm from a profoundly religious Sabine family. There's a lot of us. Contrary to what any Palamish son of a bitch would have you believe, or any snobbish Sabinian for that matter. They make it sound like all Sabinians woke up one day, burnt all their sacred katas, and danced naked around the pagan pyre. May his eye protect us. Leith was filled with Sabinian churches. Lablina has even more. Of course, you don't hear about that. What you do hear, though, is how open-minded we are. The only open minds you can find in Leith are the cracked skulls of Palamist bastards. Brains spilled all over the streets. I might have split open a few myself. The stuff you can do with just the heel of your boots. What's there to say? I was okay with them. I was okay with them until I let the serpent take hold. Why? I have some family who live in Argola, right on the Jahanian border, in the Palamist village of Hetel. After Yankel's death, ethnic tensions started brewing in Hetel. In the local school, they began segregating the Sabinian kids. My nephew had the misfortune of writing a love letter to a Palamist girl that evening. The girl's dad beat my 14-year-old nephew so severely that to this day, he's still eating through a tube. Which ones? Palamists? Sabinians? Or do you mean the new ones creeping around all over the place? Wanna hear the wildest shit ever? The night they appeared, the creatures, right? Bloody New Year's Eve. I'm in my... It hadn't been blown to pieces yet. I'm coming back down from my high. I pulled the curtain to get some air. On the street, I saw some Sabinian thugs, armed to the teeth. They had themselves some Palamists, and they're fucking ecstatic. A man, probably the husband, was lying in the middle of the road. Next to him, the Sabinians were dropping cinder blocks on his wife's head. Repeatedly. And that's when it happened. It was as if time had slowed down or completely stopped. And then I felt it. Or more precisely, I felt nothing. I never felt so at peace. My thoughts were so clear, so precise, uncompromised. Then, in a flash, the thugs and their Palamist prey got engulfed in a weird, sphere-like, wobbly thing. And all my pain, sorrow, confusion, and hatred came crashing back. I went back to bed and shot up again.
Where is your book restoration department?
Huh? Book restoration? Yeah. We have a department for that. Basement. It's in the basement. That's where Locke works. I like him. He's a straight shooter, wearing that yellow jacket.
Where can I find Locke?
Oh, shit. We were running. I was running with Locke. Fuck. Away from those things. He fell near the cafeteria. Oh, I left him. I left him there and locked. I left him there and locked the door behind me. Here. Take the key if you think you can make it.
Oh, nice. Restoration Office Code. Embry has the answer. Leith Foundation. Loblina Alliance Creation. I have those books. $50.55. Locke, you're son of a lovely lady and you know it. We're both agreed to a deal. I already paid you in full. Now you threaten to report me? For what? You have no honor, you greedy bastard. Here are the keys to my car. It's the red and blue SUV. You'll find your payoff in the trunk. I expect my ID cards to be delivered promptly. I don't know why I trusted Sabinian. Here's hoping I never have to deal with your kind again. Cap Ecstasy. Pottery Fragment. New research. Aged clay pot fragment on which several figures are painted below a mountain. Mystery solved. Nice. Now I need to open the door all the way down. And that might be it. So I need 6 numbers. Let's see, where are the books? 734 537. Five three seven 734. Locke, few people here at the ministry are starting to get suspicious. I had to move the drop location to office 109. There's the code for the other safe. 2703. You can pick it up anytime after 9 p.m. As for the blank cards, same place as usual. Listen, this is the last time. You and I are square after this. I'm out. If you had any sense, you'd stop forging this nonsense before you get yourself hanged. These people don't mess around. 2703. Highlighted. In the hallowed hills of Visa, the faithful began their ascent. Only with supreme conviction shall they hope to gain access into Great Serpent's maw. Ecstasy awaits only those of unwavering devotion. And there's the key. Nice. Okay.
I've spent the evening poring over the newest arrival from Batham Abbey. Marvelous. Truly a spectacular piece. The binding, the leatherwork, the embroidery, oh, just exquisite. The accompanying letter states that it originates from the mid-9th century. Truly amazing. By far the oldest project I've worked on. I can smell the 1,000 years of musty history wafting up from its pages. Delectable. I could hardly contain my excitement. I began working immediately. Upon the very first incision to the leather-bound cover, I made a startling discovery. A strange, narrow object folded into the fabric. It is clearly ancient. I doubt even the priests know of its existence. The enigmatic nature of this tome continues to astound me. I've set the relic aside for now. Once the restoration is complete, I'll endeavor to find out more.
There you go.
I'm trying to get this poor family out of the city. They're Palamist. They're as good as dead if they stay here. Easier said than done with all the checkpoints. I was supposed to meet with Locke, book restorer here. Since the war began, he helped me forge documents for trapped citizens, but his office is locked up tight and I see no trace of him. Maybe it was silly of me to come here with everything that's going on. These people put a lot of trust in me. I suppose I'd try forging the documents myself. I have no idea how or where to start.
Well, I don't see anything else for forging, so...
Agatha was a well-respected local... One of the... when she offered...
I think I'm done here. Because Locke is gone. Maybe the documents are in the other safe. Let's get the other safe.
Hey, I found additional information on the Serpent Mound mentioned in the Gospel of Tear. Do you have anything for me?
I do.
Let's see what the Zeal server has to say about this one.
This fragment of pottery is one of the earliest surviving artifacts from Haslin society, dating from approximately 7000 BC. The crude pictogram depicts what could only be majestic peak of Mount Obek overlooking a serpentine passage towards sphere flanked by throng of worshippers. Does this image reinforce the superstition that early Has Salin discovered the eye of God beneath Mount Obek? Or is it a metaphor for the long and arduous journey towards enlightenment? One thing is clear, this fragment is proof of the shift to a monotheistic belief system that would change Hassalin society and Hadia forever.
Interesting find. Let's see what the server can tell us about it.
This is a photograph from 1962 summit in Zurich, Switzerland. The meeting drew much criticism, as many in the international community were quick to point out the inclusion of corporate leaders at a political summit. It did little to assuage the rumors and conspiracy theories already swirling around van der Linde and Dagon families. Pictured from the left to right are Konrad Adenauer, Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, Frank van der Linde, President of Van der Linde Trust, Anna van der Linde, Hugh Thant, ON's Secretary General, John F. Kennedy, President of the United States of America, Charles Dagon, CEO of Dagon Industries. Before we talk, I want to do the side quest. Hold on. Ooh, these people are here now.
Thanks for the assist back there. I can't believe this B-movie costume swap actually worked.
Thanks again for helping. I'll be leaving with the Peacekeepers as soon as the reinforcements arrive.
I assume they could both die. Or at least one of them if you don't help them. That guy's still there though. This guy's here, okay. Two 703. Official Hadean stamp. Small stamp and ink pad found in locked office. And with that, I'm done.
Let me know if you want more information on anything you find out there.
Tanya, do you know anything about the Serpent's Maw mentioned in the book?
The two-headed snake artifact embedded in the Holy Book's cover remains a mystery. Let's face it, knowing Hadia and its old ruins, it probably opens something, right? As for the Serpent's Maw, it's located in the Vissa Hills. I remember seeing a giant serpent head sticking out of the ground. The snake's body twists and turns all over the rocky ridges. You can see the snake's head from where we first met. It's due east. I'd start looking there.
Now, what about...
Find anything?
Okay, let's go back here. Maybe I can give the stamp to that lady. Here you go.
Excellent. This should be all I need for the documents. Thank you, you've given these people a chance.
Hey, good deed. Let's go. Now I'm gonna go to Jeljin. Where is you? Here.
You've brought my father's ashes. Huh. You are a saint. I do hope you haven't inconvenienced yourself for this. I feel relieved to have the ashes here with me. It gives me some solace with which to face the chaos upon us. I prepared a niche at the southern mausoleum for the urn, my father's final resting place. It will have to wait for now. The demons swarm along the grounds.
Aha. Fine, I'll do that as well. There we go.
Bless you. You have done more for me than I can ever repay. May Setherus gaze upon you. Always.
Have a good one. Now I can go to this place. Ah, look at this. Come and see. Wow. You want some shoes? No? All shall look upon me and obey. Before I do this, I need to see what's this way. It's nothing. I'm glad I saw it.
Listen, I'm stuck in the training room on 4B1. I'm safe, but I don't know for how long.
Who are you?
How about we skip the formalities for now? Please, help me escape the training room.
Maintenance. In case of general power failure, backup generator must be activated manually. Emergency power is distributed to all levels to ensure critical processes can wind down safely. To maintain containment protocols, each level's electrical substation can only supply power to one of two grids at a time on that level. Manual activation of substation switch is required to reroute power between grids.
Soldier, I need assistance. Soldier, I need assistance. Hey, soldier, I need assistance.
These guys are level 3.
I need assistance.
I know, but I'll be back. Let's open you. Pull the generator. Okay. Let's activate red. Where does that go? Let's see where this goes, and then I'll open green doors. Yellow. Ooh, look at that time loop there. And that guy chilling. Guess I'll be back. Okay, let's go up. Training room.
Someone out there? Hey! Stop! Is somebody out there? Over. When ready, use the button to start.
Okay, sure.
Protocol 6 initiated. Protocol 7 initiated. Threat level low. That's not good. Something's wrong. It's not following the standard procedure. Protocol 9 initiated. Threat level elevated. I managed to open the supply room for you. You better prepare for the next wave.
Whirlwind Elite. Not bad.
Protocol 1 initiated. Protocol 2 initiated. Threat level error. Protocol 3 threat level error. Threat level Thank God. The training sequence is over. Everything seems back to normal. I'll open the door.
Thank God you showed up. You're a lifesaver.
Who are you?
I'm Theo Kagan, an assistant technician for OMSIF training. And we're doing exercises when the whole place went haywire. Backup systems malfunctioned when we lost power. The team, they didn't stand a chance. I've been calling on the radio ever since.
What do you know about this symbol?
I know this. Our boys did a sweep in the older part of the facility. They found a strange stone with that symbol on it. I told them to put it in the storage room on B4 for future analysis. That's where we keep all the old stuff. You'll need some, high-level clearance to get in there. Here, take my key card. It's the least I can do.
Nice. Shut down emergency alarm. Activate emergency alarm. Oh, hello. cigarette case. Initials ZT engraved on the corner. Good deed started. Big meal. Memento. Oh, this is closed. Okay, so that's the only way to leave. Yellow. Ring handmade. Found on a corpse in cell 02. Ah, there we go.
January 4th, 1993. Request for closure of Time Loop Aster 1. After years of study, all possible data has been extricated from Time Loop Aster 1. Origin, early 9th century, second cycle harmonics. Emotional catalyst, assassination of Conrad Astor by Finello Astor. Horizontal diameter, 15 meters. Resident topology signature, Theta Rho pattern. Recommend training protocols be displaced to level B4, taking advantage of Alpha 1 breakthrough. Recommend collapse of Astor 1 in 30 days' time. This delay will allow finalization of data collection, as well as equipment and personnel transfers. Counterpoint raised. Preservation of culturally significant catalyst subjects. Future advancements may allow safe subject extrication.
Wow, the guy that was here escaped when I opened the door. I wonder if he's somewhere around the base. Samson Tilda, female. Pressure points, low IQ. Fear of authority.
soldier. I need assistance.
Okay, blue door. I'm coming. More training.
Hey, maybe we can help each other out.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Marga Hamill, Cerebrum Division. I'm the one who designed and created your drone. As you can see, we're experiencing technical difficulties. I need your help to get out of here.
Know anything about this?
That looks familiar. I'm not sure, though. It looks old. If I remember correctly, all the old stuff found in the ancient sections is stored in the testing area on B4. Listen, let's help each other. I want to get out of here, and you want access to B4. I won't be able to escape this place without a functional drone. I need a drone processor to fix mine, but they're all stored in my lab. If you help me get it, I'll give you my key card. Get there, exit this room, and go left. Go down the hall and past the red blast door. On your right, you should see the logo of a drone on the wall. That's where my lab is. The code to get in is 230317.
Sounds good. Well, that's a new cool move. Key for the locker. Mystery discovered. Box of bullets. New research. Two, 3-0, 317.
I wouldn't mind a few upgrades. We could boost the communication array.
Tanya, you're breaking up. What was that? Upgrade communication array?
Wanker.
Search step elite. Drone processor.
Get the drone processor I need for my lab? Thanks. Now I can leave. Take my key card. A deal's a deal. Good luck on B4.
Bal, I'm having second thoughts. Don't get me wrong, the world needs to know what is happening here. Of that, I'm sure. Rather, I'm hesitant in our approach. I have a feeling this will end badly for us, especially now with new emergency protocols in place. If we screw this up, they'll get away with everything. I've taken some extra precautions. I moved the computer to our spot in the maintenance supply room on B2. Changed the password to something only you would know. The OMSIF team numbers currently deployed in Leith, Sinadra, and Akasa, in that order. I think that's it. I can open the other door now. Man, I love that sound.
Hollow Walker biopsy log, session 01. Spectacular. What we have appears to be an altogether inconceivable physiology that bears no resemblance to any known life forms. There are no discernible organs, no nervous system, no circulatory system, and no skeletal system. Truly remarkable. Traditional means of locomotion are completely absent. No muscle tissue, no tendons or ligaments. The entirety of the mass is comprised of a contiguous substance that can only be categorized as flesh. Its property is in a constant state of flux. Elasticity, tensile strength, density, hardness, shear strength. All seem to fluctuate based on external stimuli. Initial inspection suggests evidence of both fibrous and globular structures. Samples have been extracted for a complete cellular analysis. If I wasn't a scientist, I might be liable to believe these creatures are the work of a higher power. They cannot possibly exist. Eppur si muove.
September 18th, 1992. I've been mulling over a few novel loadout profiles for the drone, recording a quick note here for future reference. Reconnaissance loadout, lightweight design, strip all extraneous systems to increase velocity and maneuverability. Comprehensive sensor package. Radar, thermal, infrared, Geiger, X-ray, the works. Optical camo. Maybe even RAM coding. Oh. Medical loadout, first aid module, defibrillator, cauterization implement, precision suture algorithms. Drug administration module, hypodermic injections of antiseptics, analgesics, antibiotics, adrenaline, and other stimulants. I'd also love to look into upgrades for the current tactical configurations. Battery longevity, rotor strength, chassis reinforcements. So much to do.
Looks like that's it. Okay, B2. Maintenance supply. Computer. Maintenance supply room. On B2. And there's the PC. Okay, now I need Leith, Sinadra, and Akasa. OMSIF Heme numbers. Okay, so I don't have the document for OMSIF Akasa. I do have for Leith and Sinadra, which is 05 and 11. 05, 11, 86. No. I'm not gonna brute force this. I'll come back when I get the document.
Thank you for getting rid of the creatures. You saved my life.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Balam Lamek. I was part of the science team working on the time loops. What we did to that poor man. I can't be a part of this anymore. What we did was unforgivable. God, that madman. He timed it perfectly. He created a new time loop on B4.
He wants to weaponize them.
Ever seen this symbol before?
Yes, I have. Some of our soldiers found an artifact with that symbol when they explored the ancient facility. As per procedure, it was catalogued and stored for future investigation. All objects of curio are stored on B4.
How did they create the new time loop?
Dr. Mabden told the poor Sabinian that the palamists strapped to the tables were the same who had repeatedly raped his daughter. The Sabinian didn't hesitate. He grabbed the chainsaw and chopped the palamists to pieces. I just stood there and let it happen. There are two time loops. Don't confuse one for the other. The one on this floor is old and didn't give us as much data. It wasn't good enough for Mabden. That lunatic had to make a new time loop. It's on B4. You need to stop this insanity. Near Mabden's time loop, there is a terminal where you can hack the mainframe and call forth the Guardians. You must close it. Please. End their suffering. Use the numerical code 7584 to access the terminal and take this Ammon prism to close the time loop.
Ooh, Ro, this is the new one.
Who is Dr. Mabden?
Dr. Mabden is a cold-hearted son of a bitch. He's a liar and a manipulator. He will stop at nothing to get what he wants, no matter the cost. He's obsessed with the weaponization of the creatures and the time loops. Someone should stop him.
You know nothing about the workings of the real world!
I will never forgive you and Father. I played the part in your silly game!
You know nothing about the workings of the real world!
I will never forgive you and Father.
And now let's go to B4.
You're here. That's good. Very good. Please use the intercom over there so we can begin.
Gather. Is there a PC? Or anything I can enter the code that the scientist told me?
What a fine specimen you are. I will sincerely thank your commanding officer for providing such an excellent candidate.
Who are you?
Strange. I thought they would have briefed you. Semantics. I'm Dr. Mabden, head of weapons research. Today's experiment will focus on time loop weaponization.
Why are you trying to weaponize time loops?
Why wouldn't we? Think of what we could accomplish. Did you notice the newly designed hardware around the time loop? This is why you are here, not to ask silly questions. If I were you, I would concentrate on surviving the different protocols. Now, let's begin.
Okay, let's do this.
Good. The first protocol has been engaged. Come back to the intercom once you're done. Now get ready. Is refreshing. Good work.
Are we done?
Let's get on with the experiment, shall we?
All right, I'm ready.
The second protocol has been activated.
Ah, there it is. 7584. Generate Guardian Row. Sigma.
What the hell are you doing? You do not have clearance for that. Stop that immediately.
He's mad. Do I do it again? Oh, Sigma. So then I'll be able to go in and shut it down. Ooh, what do I do? Do I get the guy mad or no? Let's get him mad. Let's do it. So, what you gonna do now?
I will inform your commanding officer. You're getting court-martialed, you idiot.
Did I ruin your plans?
Do you realize what you've done? We will have to redo everything in 33 years! Your tiny brain cannot even begin to comprehend the gravity of the situation. This isn't over.
Keystone of Rage, there it
Good
is.
work. You've retrieved the Keystone of Rage.
Nice. Symbol Iron Crown. Rod. Unearthed in small chamber in underground complex. Keycard, clearance Delta. Limbic forging book. Hey, nice. Okay. Can upgrade my gear now. Ah, the guy left.
January 3rd, 1993. We have done it. Time Loop Alpha 1 is operational. For the first time, certain aspects of a time loop are under our direct control. Years of planning have finally paid off. Synaptic modulators are stable, and limbic pulse generators have already confirmed our theories that entities can be generated at will. We will begin testing the optimal frequencies to induce each entity variant. Agent training protocols should be greatly enhanced as a result. The complete weaponization of the technology remains out of our reach for the near future. We are, of course, still bound by the 33-year cycle. Additionally, a proper emotional catalyst remains necessary to the time loop's formation. This requires a great deal of precise social engineering. Overcoming these limitations will be the major area of focus during the next phase of the project.
There you are. Nice.
I made it out thanks to my little friend here. We couldn't have done it without you.
You alright?
Yes. I haven't seen the surface in a long time. I'm looking forward to it. Although I doubt that will be soon. The debriefings I'll have to endure will take some time. They'll want to know what the hell happened down there. From what little I've seen of Hadia, it seems to be a special place stuck in time. When I was on leave before the war, I walked the streets in Lublina. It was like I had used a time machine and arrived in another timeline. It was a strange sensation because I couldn't pinpoint the exact period. Walking on the street, you feel like you're in medieval times. Then you turn the corner and are suddenly propelled into the 1950s. I didn't mingle much with the locals, not my style. I prefer tinkering with machines. I hardly set foot outside this place since the war started. I'm not missing much from what I've heard. I know our people have their part to play in this mess. You probably know more about it than I do. The operatives in the Oculus Division are masters at creating conflict and have their fingerprints all over this war. Funding extremists, targeted assassinations, false flags, you name it. How do I know all this? Well, I was married to an operative. Aside from what is said about them in the news and newspapers, I know little about them. The peacekeepers have tried their best to delay the war, but it was a lost cause. The Oculus Division made sure of that. I don't know much about the Sabinians. I only know what the higher-ups told us in the briefings when we first arrived. However, I got a small sample when I went out on leave. I got a well-deserved weekend pass one time. I used to get those before the war. I spent it in Merciless, the capital city in Asteria. I was enjoying my caffeine-infused beverage in a small cafe on the corner of a busy street. I'm curious and I love gossip, so I discreetly listened to a few conversations. I do that purely to entertain myself. At first, the conversations were run-of-the-mill exchanges. These are mainly complaints about work, teachers being too strict, deadlines, overtime, being too tired, a suspect husband, and the everyday anecdotes you might hear anywhere. Then, a news report comes on. The cafe fell into a silent hush. I don't remember what it was about, but when it was over, all you could hear were complaints about the Palamists. Some conversations went as far as suggesting to kill them all. It was surreal. The change in attitude was almost instant. I don't think the news realizes the power they have. Or do they? I've never met any Palamists, and if I did, I didn't notice. There is one place I would love to visit. It's in the heart of the Palamist province of Argola. It's the capital city of Trisk. Some who went on leave there told me it was stunning. It has some of the oldest castles, friendly people, and the best restaurants in Hadia. I know, it sounds like a commercial, but it's what everyone says when people come back from there. I hope it survives the war. I want to visit Trisk if ever I get a weekend pass again. Well, that's probably unlikely. The Cerebrum Division was partly created to study, examine, observe, and dissect them. It's why most of us are here. That old time loop we found in the ancient part of Auriga Museum played a significant role in studying the entities. Why do you think your drone can distract them? We discovered that the entities emit specific frequencies. We have yet to find out why. However, I figured out how to scramble their signal. I built the emitter inside the drone to interrupt the entity's frequency waves, temporarily confusing them. I'm still working on an emitter that doesn't cost too much energy and can last longer. As you know, those few seconds are precious for a soldier. I'll get on that as soon as this place becomes operational again.
Thanks for helping me escape.
Are you gonna be alright?
I'll be just fine. The intervention forces are on their way. They'll clean up this mess. I'll have a lot of work to do, though, fixing all the systems. I'll have to run diagnostics to determine what went wrong. I don't know what's happening to this country. I've been living here since I set foot in Hadia. I can tell you a lot about what's happening in the Auriga Museum, but the NDA attached to my contract with Operation Moloch is pretty scary. They had us work in silos. All the research departments are entirely segregated. One of my coworkers was a massive history buff. He managed to get his hands on some local books. Books he found were censored. No Haitian was allowed to read the contents. He slipped them out of a repository in another SEAL Council complex he worked at before being transferred here. He wouldn't shut up about them. He was fascinated by this one ruler. Her name was Lady Margareth. This isn't the first time these creatures have shown up in Hadia. It's all over their history. This ruler loved her people, wanted to protect them from the creatures. So she had them build a massive underground city. It's in Argola somewhere. He went on to explain that it wasn't the only place. There's thousands of underground ruins all over Hadia. It's because of her. I don't remember the details, but Lady Margaret died under tragic circumstances. I told him to stop telling me all this stuff. He eventually got transferred. Now, I find myself wanting to know more about Lady Margaret. What else is new? Both sides are identical. It's pretty debilitating if you genuinely think about it. Only people who are the same can reach such a point. The line is drawn in the sand, cutting through grievances and insanity. Both sides of the line are utterly convinced that the other represents an absolute menace to everything they considered sacred. Now, where have I seen this before? Their mission here always felt a bit peculiar. I can't quite put my finger on it. Don't get me wrong, the country needed peacekeeping operations, but something felt off. I arrived in the country right when the temporary legislative alliance broke at the seams. I couldn't help but notice how tense the SEAL Council supervisors were. Everything started feeling more precipitated. Not long after, the ON peacekeepers arrived in the country, and all the higher-ups began breathing again. I don't think they were scared of a possible civil war. As far as I know, the SEAL Council needed the bloodshed. No. Something else was making them anxious. Something related to all our cumulative work. I made it a point never to mingle with the locals. That's just setting yourself up, especially when you're considering what you're doing to them. There's a reason you don't name the animals in your lab. It gets personal. A line has to be drawn. I know this guy from medical who got involved with the local. She was a palamist. He met her in a small village. He was assigned there to set up some equipment, before the big day. He got reassigned out of the fields into a lab. He kept in contact with her. But when the war broke out, he lost it and he tried to find her. What an idiot. He's out there looking for her. At first, I was terrified of them. What the fuck am I looking at? After a while, though, you start getting used to them. Then they just become a part of the job. They're amazing, aren't they? They immediately became terrifying again when they got loose, but it was still amazing, right? To think they may hold answers to some of our most pressing questions. It'll take some time before they make Riga Museum safe again. I guess I'll be reassigned to another lab in the meantime.
Thank you for helping me down there.
Are you gonna be okay?
I will be, as soon as I leave. I won't be working for these people anymore. I hope you use that Amin prism I gave you. Those poor people did not deserve such a fate. Hadia is gorgeous. I had the privilege of visiting some cities before the chaos. A few weeks before Palamists and Sabinians started killing each other, I was assigned here in Origa to that psychopath, Dr. Mabden. They turned the entire country into their science experiment at the expense of all citizens of Hadia. For what? Progress? Science? This isn't progress or science. This is genocide. The Zeal Council orchestrated the whole thing. I don't know all the details, but I intend to play along for a few more weeks, steal some files, accumulate evidence, and then leave. I already have some, but I'm going to get more. I want to blow the lid on this whole operation. Someone has to pay for this. The Peacekeepers were used to time everything perfectly. God forbid the Palamists and Sabinians start killing each other at the wrong time. And what if the ON finds out? Nothing will happen. Nothing. The people in charge of this operation control everything. Think of something, anything. They either own it or have created it. That's how far this goes. Sabinians want what most people desire in life. Freedom. I remember reading a few articles about it. When that dictator died, Sabinian politicians wanted a democracy, a free market, and to rejoin the world. The Palamists wanted the same thing. Their inconsolable rift seems to lie in the nitty-gritty details of their history. I'm not sure I fully understand why they hate each other. I guess you need to be born here to understand why. Then again, I'm not sure the Hadeans know why anymore. I can't help but have a soft spot for the Palamists. I see a lot of me in them. They remind me of my family back home. Close to the earth, strong family ties, and religious to the bone. If I ever get out of this mess, I'm going straight to the family farm, where I'll devour my mom's home-cooked meals. I'm still trying to figure out where the creatures are from. Weapons research, pharmaceuticals, biotech, and medical research are all working in silos. Each department concentrates on its own thing. There is no sharing of information or breakthroughs. I guess it prevents us from doing what I'm about to do. Blow the whistle on this whole operation. I grabbed as much stuff as possible when I got out of there. There is something they are not telling us. We know the time loops are a doorway, enabling the creatures to enter our world. We know this occurrence happens every 33 years on the 1st of January at midnight. What is opening the time loops? And to what end? Whatever it is, it's something I haven't seen yet.
Awesome. Now what's here? Polearm of Rage. Nice. Ceremonial key. War has ever been. Before man took his first breath, war lay in cosmic wait, patient. The eldest craft, the eternal trade, biding its hour for the hands of its truest master, KM.
Now we need 2 more. We can go over the clues for the next one. Do you have anything for me? Good find. I'll look it up.
This box contains prototype ammunition developed by the Cerebrum Division Advanced Weapons Research Team. The prototype consists of a limbic bullet mounted on traditional brass casing and gunpowder charge. The peculiar properties of limbic material are such that the bullet's aerodynamics and flight profile differ from traditional bullets. It's unclear whether the ammunition is effective, as insufficient testing has been conducted at the time of writing. The project is part of bid to bring limbic weaponry into the modern age and promises to significantly bolster the ability of agents to handle limbic threats.
Interesting find. Let's see what the server can tell us about it.
In 773 AD, 3 years after the Bridal War began, Lord Umbra would unconditionally surrender to Lord Aster. This heraldic key was presented to Aster as a symbolic gesture of fealty. With his ally Lord Argao defeated, and the second calamity still raging across the country, Lord Umbra chose to willingly end the conflict rather than shed any more of his subject blood. The surrender would officially mark the end of Bridal War. With no one left to oppose him, Lord Aster would crown himself King of Hadia.
Hey, Jelgin has a vault of forbidden knowledge.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Before I go there, I know where that is. I'm gonna go upgrade my stuff.
have me at a disadvantage.
I'm Lieutenant Aribeth, OMSIV's Epsilon Division. I'm also known as Aribeth Latam, wife of Vitalis Latam, and mother of a young boy I set free.
If that's true, what was the last thing you said to me?
Never come back. I love you. Never come back. You should have listened to me. If you want to know why I hunted down the Vigil, go to the OMSIV camp in Akasa Marshes. You'll find my file on a laptop. You need a code to open the camp's gate. Underneath the passenger seat of the APC, there's a code sheet inside a box. Today's code is 14. My window is closing. I will contact you again.
And I thought my family had issues. Listen, it might be worth looking into it.
Why?
There are always two sides to a story.
New styling option available. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
How can I help? Awesome. Your weapons will become deadlier.
Defensive gear upgrade 4. Upgrade weapon. I need 50 terror large shards.
I'm getting good at this. Here, it's...
Wait. I need these.
Vitalis would be proud.
Upgrade weapon. No, I don't have normal ones. That's fine. So then I could... No. I'll just move on. I'll get more. I'm gonna go now. She said under the seat. Drone. APC code sheet. Today's code is 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 14. Let's go. 151991.
This is Technician Dawes, reporting a security breach at observation outpost. Limbic entities have breached the perimeter. They're everywhere. How did this happen? Oh my god, I'm almost at the gate. It's locked. What? No! 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 No!
That was some good voice acting. I think I can get the paper here for the laptop to get the code. Shockwave. Possesses intimate knowledge of vigil operations. Attempted illegal border crossing. The establishment of Outpost 08 has already proven fruitful. Seems we chose the right location for the camp. Within the first 2 days, we already recovered our first artifact, Fearless Limbic Rod of designation Whiskey. Has been cataloged, packaged, and will be ready for transport with our first shipment in 3 months. The rod was found wrapped in a parchment scroll. Initial inspection reveals much of it to be decayed beyond legibility. However, the image of a flower is visible in a faded blue tint. Our translators are already busy deciphering the rest of the visible text and should have results soon. We have received the translator's report on the decayed scroll. Calligraphy and language analysis place the origin squarely in the early 11th century. The translation itself refers to a second rod of Fearless Yankee designation. Buried nearby, it appears these two rods are linked as a part of a set. The burial location is situated to the southwest of present-day Pantheon Abbey. Road network has since been built in that area. Hopefully, the modern earthworks have not disrupted the local topography too much. I will set out tomorrow to investigate the area. Anything else? Wake up. OMSIV Epsilon 08. There it is. 051108. I think that's the code for the laptop. Wake up? No. You're not gonna wake up? I don't know this one. I think I'm done here. Now I think I'm gonna get the laptop and then get the I wanna say dungeon, but it's not dungeon, the vault. Wait, research.
Interesting. I'll look it up.
This case is designed to hold customized OMSIV Ambido mask. In the late 70s, OMSIV agent began training against live limbic entities at the Auriga Museum facility. Over time, specialized tactics were developed, and units were formed to combat and contain entities of specific limbic sphere. Over the next decades, many operatives grew fascinated by the ancient Fall Guard lodges of the Limbic Age, who, much like them, also specialized in combating specific limbic spheres. While the Zeal Council forbade excessive customization of standard issue equipment, they eventually relented, and OMSIV units were granted permission to uniquely tailor their masks to match their respective limbic sphere expertise. So that's why they do it. This brought a greater sense of identity and purpose within each unit. These masks came to be known as Ambido Mask, Ambido Visor, or Ambido Veils. That's really cool. Okay. Laptop. Let's get it. Oh, 051108. Nice. Can't do this anymore. I'm losing myself. What am I becoming? Where did we go astray? Or was it all a lie from the beginning? When the council first approached me, their promise was to build better world. I believed that promise. I gave years of my life to pursue it. I was convinced the research would lead to breakthrough in physics, engineering, genetics. I thought we would be helping people, curing diseases, improving infrastructure, developing new crops. Perhaps I was too naive in my wide-eyed youth. There are several of us like mind, disillusioned by what we have witnessed. We can't exactly reign from our posts. We know too much for them to let us walk out of here. No, we're trapped here. Only hope is to release the information contained herein out into the world, and hope someone can hold them accountable. Personal files, observation notes, test results, future research plans, experimental tech schematics, most importantly, list of civilian casualties. Everything is here on this terminal. The people of this country don't deserve this. It's inhumane. They've been through enough. Mabden. When I began my work here, I was especially overjoyed at the prospect of working alongside the esteemed Dr. Mabden. His reputation for excellence is known to the world over. Over the years, my admiration turned to revulsion. Let me state this in no uncertain terms. Dr. Mabden is psychopath. I have never met a man so scornful of morality. I've seen him watch innocent Haitians burned alive and not bat an eye. I watched a limbic entity eviscerate prisoner after prisoner simply to determine if it would eventually tire. He had pregnant woman injected with a limbic serum to study its effect on human embryo development in utero. His obsession goes way beyond the bounds of scientific inquiry. He takes a twisted sadistic pleasure in conducting his experiments. He must be stopped. They aim to weaponize anything limbic, extracting every little iota of data they can. It's becoming increasingly clear that they intend to use this research for warfare outside of Hadia. There is no benevolence here, just self-serving profit and power. Amazing. Okay, so I have one door to open and then do the main quest. Should be here. Okay, crying eye. You. This eye and chocolate. The Halian vanguards were venerated by other soldiers. Their presence a harbinger of hope for the troops, and ruin upon limbic abyss. Among the common folk, they were named the Hammers of Sethris. They grew beyond warbands. Their armor bore grim adornments reflecting the entities they fought. Their banners billowed with sigil and motifs, testaments to their slain foes. Their mere presence echoed the monstrosities they fought. They had forged more than strategy. They had forged identity. Between the second and third invasion, the Helions ceased to be mere warriors. They became order, bound by code and ritual. They formed lodges, knightly brotherhoods. Their traditions bore the mark of their eternal adversaries, for they knew that to unmake the darkness, one must first understand its depths. Thus the Helion lodges were born. Lodge of Grief. Brotherhood dropped in solemn hues of mourning. They move as phantoms upon battlefields, silent as grave. Lodge of Ecstasy, frenzied and relentless, their blades sink through the air like revelry of death adorned in dazzling hues of yellow. Lodge of Terror, cloaked in nightmarish emeralds, their mere presence saps the will of any bystander. Lodge of Rage, raving berserkers, their armor spiked and their weapons massive, embodying wrath itself, painted in the same burning red as their destined foes. Lodge of Admiration, devout and unserving, their reverence for their cause shines in verdant gilded sigil, their holy conviction as sharp as their spears. The Lodge of Loathing, known to never sleep, as such is their disgust for their foes. Some fight with blindfolds made of purple silk, as to not see what they disdain so forcefully. Lodge of Vigilance, armored in colors of orange. They are scholars and tacticians, their strategies immaculate. Knowledge and patience is their shield. Lodge of Amazement, explorers of limbic knowledge, their banners bear seals of the unfathomable, rendered in vivid Sion. Always astonished and impatient to duel their assigned horrors. Great Sword of Ecstasy. We, the 8 pupils of the Eye, bear the solemn weight of our station. Honored we are, yet bound in equal measure. Custodians of the burden, the shame, and the true purpose of the Order of the Eye. And we know, beyond doubt or illusion, that peril does lurk in the shadows. Not only from the foes who gather beyond our walls, but from the graver specter of treachery within. Thus, we have chosen our course. In secrecy, we approached 8 esteemed generals of all guard, each chosen blindly, that no bias nor design might sway our hand. To them, we have entrusted task most dire, to create in silence a failsafe, a shield unseen. A word against catastrophe should one of our own seek to unmake what we have built and ensnare the Eye. Their work shall remain veiled, even from us, for knowledge of such a safeguard in itself a danger. Never shall they speak of what they weave, never shall their lips betray the measures they set in place. They shall carry their burden to the grave, leaving behind only whispers in blood of their kin, that their descendants may stand watch, that the Eye may endure, should darkness ever rise from within. Belgrand, Drak, Gebran, Jish, Zargab, Tekiz, Haz, Faram. Chalice of ever-flowing turmoil. Polearm of Grief. Ooh, this looks so good. Sword of Rage. I am returned to my chambers alone, quill in hand. These words I set to parchment, yet even as I write, I scarcely believe them. The candle before me gutters, its light dim as my hope. For what has come to pass is beyond reason's grasp. It's gone, vanished. The eminent shroud, grander than any citadel, vaster than any fortress wrought by mortal hands, has vanished into the void. I laugh as I inscribe these words. though there is mirth in me. For how may such a thing be true? How might a construct of stone and steel greater than kings have ever dared to dream simply be missing? Worse still, our instruments speak of an unfathomable horror, Faram's limbic tone. The syncopators measure the sphere's propagation still, they mark its growth, its endless unfurling. How may this be, when the shroud is no more? How may this be, when our hands grasp at naught but empty air where it once stood? Yesterday Hawes did utter the most cursed words my ear has ever suffered to hear. I have not spoken to him since. He dares believe that the sphere itself had devoured the shroud whole. Madness. He must put down his mead, that one. And yet, even as I scorn his words, a shadow coils within my mind. What if he's right? Drac. Twin axes of terror. And that's it. Okay, main quest.
Let me know if you want more information on anything you find out there.
What am I supposed to do with this keystone?
We must return to the Limbic Forge and insert the keystone in its groove.
I shall, but not yet. Let's do the snakes first. Have a key for this. Token of the Serpent. I could also check the camp. Maybe I'll check the camp first before going in. Okay, some of them are gone. What about you?
I feel Maxie means the world.
The others left with that young man, Atticus. He may have good intentions, sweet as he is, but driving back into occupied territory is a grave mistake. No, Albin and I will continue to rest here for now. We'll eventually make our way to the ON refugee. Setherus willing.
Okay. It's snake time. Continue your ascension through the serpent coil. The way will yield to the token of the moon. I don't have this one. Mine entrance by the water tower, you idiot. There's the key for the mines. Okay, nice. Hello. Capped reef. So now I could teleport to my APC and check the mines with the key that I got. This one. And the other one. But I think this is the other one. This is the entrance. Or maybe not. So is this behind the walls then? On the Serpent Trail? Oh, okay. This is the other one I was thinking about. Watcher's Nest, Eternity. As the hours of the day slip by, as the months of the year pass, as the seasons turn, in the four corners of Hadia, our vigil endures. This is probably behind the walls, right? Token of the moon. Can I open you? I have no ecstasy rods. Wow. Okay, this is the big one. This is the deep one. Wake up. Wow. Nice. There's the rod. That I needed. From head to head, so shall you complete your ascension. The way will yield to the token of the palm. Francis Church. First Lodge of Grief, first stone, mortared in 774 during the second limbic eruption. Ever watchful, standing sentinel over the central hills of Umbrahan, the second torrent will be pushed back. The blue mantles of sorrow stand unyielding as stone against the limbic tide. Through our frail and wayward hearts, through the unchecked tempest of our sins of passion they pass, like wraiths through the unbarred windows, into this forlorn land, yet as they lay the path for his coming, so do they bend us to our delirious repentance. of June 857. To the esteemed Francis Aldrich, I write to you this day in a bid to resolve the conflicts of the past. I prefer to settle the matters diplomatically. I chose the path of mercy. In this, my husband and I differ greatly. Be grateful that it is not he who writes the letter. Though I do not support your cause, you may consider me sympathetic to your plight. I was mere centuries ago that the Sabinian Reformation, comparable persecution during its humble beginnings. I will not abide similar bloodshed under my rule. I believe tolerance is the key to united Hadia. I hereby bequeath unto you a territory in north of Jehania, known as Plains of Mist. Here, you will be free to conduct your rites of worship and develop your community however you see fit. In exchange, you and your followers are to remain within the territory's borders and away from faithful communities of the kingdom. You will also provide a yearly tithe to the crown as restitution for this generous accommodation. The attendants accompanying this letter will assist you with the relevant details. Plains of Mist, another area. Oh wow. A wretched tangle of lies, the seven erased one spins upon us. You are not his flock, and his eye cast but hollow gaze. Let not his honeyed words ensnare your hearts. Abandon the false path, and heed the call of ecstasy. Dance, O lost ones, dance in wild revelry, till the earth quakes and the two-headed Father wakes. For his is the throne of this world, for his is the dominion over our hearts and soil alike. Clay vase. There we go. Nice. And now I can go back.